Carvalho. I was born in Brazil in 1961, July 10th. I was born 8 months, not 9 months, and that birth was really difficult for my mom. The doctors even told my mom because I was 8 months and she was going through a hard time, losing blood and lots of complications in the birth. They said to her that it would not be possible for me to survive. My dad at that moment, he promised me to the Lord if he would save my life, what the Lord did. But for 5 years after that difficult birth, I would suffer a lot the consequences of being born 8 months and being premature. For 5 years, I would have a lot of problem to breathe. That would be every night thing. Sometimes I had even to go to the hospital, and it was also hard on my body in many ways. Lots of shots, and it wasn't at all a good picture. But something happened when I was 3 years old. And that's what I want to tell you that was so wonderful. I got saved. I do remember, even though today I'm 47, but the Lord allowed me clearly to remember that most beautiful day that I gave my heart to Jesus, just being a 3 years old girl. I was in church that day, sitting on my mom's lap, the pastor was preaching, and then he made an altar call. And I asked, Mom, can I go for a word? Sure, my daughter, you can go. And I ran for a word, and I did ask Jesus into my heart. Just 3 years old. I can remember that beautiful day when I became a daughter of the Most High God. Also, at the same time, I still remember, as if it was yesterday, my mom came to me. And she was kind of really upset with me. The reason, because of the every day I had the medicines, the shots, I was always screaming and really upset with that. And she came, she approached me, looked me at my eyes, knelt down to reach out to my heart because I was so small. And she said, Miriam, stop crying. Nothing good's gonna happen to you if you don't stop crying. You must call. I didn't understand. She looked at me and she said, Miriam, when you call, Daddy, Daddy, who comes? Daddy comes, I answered. And when you call Mom, who comes? You, Mom, you comes. Daughter, no doctor in this world can heal you. Mom or Daddy can't heal you. But there is a God in heaven. His name is Jesus. If you call him, he can heal you. There is just one problem. He does not live here. He lives in heaven, and heaven is kind of far away from Brazil. Until he finds out our country, our city, our address, it can take some time. So you must call him every day. But don't cry. Don't cry or he'll not listen to you. I didn't know my mom was teaching me that time the most important lesson of my life until today, to call on the name of Jesus. And I did for 2 years, every single day, especially the nights. That was the time that I would have a lot of problem to sleep, a lot of pain and really hard to breathe. And many times for 1 to 2 hours, even 3 hours, I would be calling on his name. Sure enough, when I was 5 years old, Jesus came to heal me. He found my address. He found my house. I didn't see him, I wish, but I heard his audible voice. And remember, for 2 years I was calling audibly, Jesus, Jesus. And he called me audibly, Miriam. I do remember that most wonderful day. And it was 3 following nights. And for those 3 following nights, he spoke to me. Everything he said would happen, did happen. After the 3rd night, he healed me completely. I felt his presence all over my body. And for the first time, I could breathe well, just like any person. I felt that my body was full of life. But that life I didn't receive when I was born. I received it direct from Jesus when I was 5 years old. Oh, what a joy. I remember how joyful I was because I didn't feel weak anymore, sick anymore. I felt like a normal human being, full of life, the most wonderful gift God gives to us here on earth, the gift of life. But what to do with life? Now that I knew that this life in my body came completely from the Creator and Author of life.